A forum at Clark University allowed students, teachers, and faculty members to engage in discussion about the upcoming election. Students asked a panel of political science professor questions and raised their concerns about the presidential candidates. Our Kathryn Andreoli has more.
The thing is, will there be riots? Will there be protests? What does this mean for the American country?
Students at Clark University asked a lot of questions during a forum on campus Thursday afternoon. The political science department answered the questions and engaged in dialogue about the upcoming election.
This election, in my opinion, is not just about the presidency. It's also about the Senate, it's also about the House of Representatives, and it's very clearly about the Supreme Court.
Mark Miller is a political science professor at Clark University. He broke down many of the components of this year's election. One of them, he says, is the social aspect on voters' decision on who to choose.
Do they like the candidates? Do they trust the candidates? Do they feel that the candidates have adequate experience to really carry out the day-to-day workings of the job?
When you ask people about them, it's what they got off Twitter or what they hear on Facebook. It's not what they actually like. They don't really research into it because they don't feel the need to.
When asking about the candidates, the point about Hillary Clinton potentially becoming the first woman in the White House was one topic of conversation. Miller says women may not necessarily support Clinton.
Hillary has not connected as well with the millennial generation, and Hillary has not been able to make the case to younger women. This matters. The first woman in the White House matters.
One student we spoke with agrees and says she's having trouble connecting with either of the candidates.
I don't relate with her. I am not passionate about her, and I feel like where she went wrong is she's just telling me what I want to hear.
Miller says an issue possibly affecting voter turnout is people who don't like either candidate.
People who don't like either presidential candidate will not vote on those so-called down-ballot candidates.
And I'm just kind of disappointed in the fact that both candidates don't really address the fact of unifying Americans. It's more dividing them.
In Worcester, Kathryn Andreoli, Worcester News.